Salmon to us is everything. Salmon is life. They have given their lives for us for thousands of years, and now we're at a declining numbers every year, and we don't have fish camps. So that connection with salmon is being lost. So we don't have fish camps anymore, not in our traditional territory, and most of the Yukon hasn't been fishing for the last, well, 20 years in some cases, and most recently some of our other communities have not been fishing for the last couple of years just because the numbers are so low. And with them not being here, that takes away more than just the salmon. It's a way of life. It's activities at fish camp, sharing of stories, listening to our elders, and having that connection with the river, with the land, with our elders, with our ancestors. So when we lose that, we lose a lot of our culture.
We go years, and it's sad to say, but decades without our traditional foods. You can see in the back here, I've got a couple cases of sockeye this year. I've got 4. It's the first time in 2 decades that I've been able to say that I have salmon in the cupboard for the winter. And yet this is such a fundamental food source for 90% of the First Nations in BC. And when we see government continually make very poor decisions in terms of protection of salmon and actually supporting an industry like the open net cage fish farms, which have a direct impact on our food security, this has been a great issue that's been a large amount of focus. And it's only until recently that we've had a government that is willing to step up and make a transition of fish farms from the oceans of British Columbia.
Is it different this time? Like, is there, does it feel different, or is it sort of similar to previous years when some of the salmon numbers have been in decline?
I think this is different this year, Daryl. One of the things that I remember asking, what was her name? Asking one of the scientists, Alexandra Morton, about the fish farm situation. I asked her the question of what happens if these fish farms aren't removed from BC waters? What is the outlook for salmon? And the word she said to me was extinction. And my jaw kind of dropped when she said that, because I realized that like salmon really are at risk out here right now. So when I see the language from DFO, they're talking about basically restoring salmon stocks, and they're not really mincing their words. They're saying salmon has been in decline.